Hey guys, what's going on? I kind of wanted to give a trip update report. I just did a video called Tartaria Reimagine. If you guys have any ideas like that, like if you think this would be a great video to make, Chris, try doing something like this, let me know. I mean, I can't guarantee it, but if anything inspires me, you may see that as my next upload on my AI videos. So uh, the Tartaria one was cool because I actually had some images to work with, like the giants and all that. And the but anyway, so um, I don't know if I want to tell the story hella quick because I'm just gonna end up telling it like 10 times. So I'm just gonna chill for a little bit. I'm gonna chill for 10 minutes and see who pops in, and then I'll start telling what happened last night. It was interesting. Interesting is the word for it. Fucking weird, bizarre, strange, nonsense. Actually, wasn't that weird or bizarre. I mean, just reality is sort of weird and bizarre and strange in general. And taking LSD or DMT or mushrooms, or it just sort of shows that consciousness is bizarre and strange, and whatever the fuck we are can be altered to a point that we perceive reality in a completely different dimension. Um, and I wonder, I mean, are these things literally like transdimensional drugs or something? Like I do DMT, and I perceived like this digital fucking head thing, like looking back at me. And I wonder, am I sort of phasing into his dimension? And that's why he's looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, why does he look confused at me? So I think, I don't know, these drugs slightly put us into a slightly different dimension, and not fully, but slightly. And I don't know if there's a breakthrough. What up, T? I don't know if there's a breakthrough. I mean, well, dude, like last night when I did it, man, I basically smoked the rest of that cartridge. Like, I think I took like 15 hits on that bitch, and they say three, but again, it's not 5-MeO. But I mean, I smoked a good amount, and I ended up talking to God for a minute. I think it was God. I don't know who it was. It was some dude. I don't think it's God. I think it's like the architect or the AI of this simulation communicating with me. Whatever it was like a broken machine god or something. Ah, baby. What up, V? How you doing, love? So, I'm just gonna tell the story again now because I know I'm gonna end up telling it again. If I sit here and wait, I'm gonna have to wait a half hour for 20 people to show up. This mask behind you are pretty creepy. Yeah, those are all my different masks. My lizard form, my hey you guys, and my fucking uh Stephanie killing mask. Except he ain't killing anything. He's been killed. He was killed by me and Demon Slayer. We dominated that little fucking agent cringe lord. I'm okay, tired. I'm sorry to hear, love. Well, at least you're okay, because you could be the opposite of that, which would be KO instead of okay. And being KO'd is not a good fucking place to be. I mean, unless you really need sleep, then it could be beneficial. But anyway, so I was like, hitting on that motherfucker, hitting it, hitting it, hitting it, hitting it. The dreadful feeling thing goes away. I thought that would happen every time, but now it just happened like the first and second time. Would have three fingers, and so the dreadful feeling doesn't come every time. Like once you've done it a couple times, I guess it just stops. But so I hit that motherfucker until it was almost empty. I mean, I hit it like 15 times trying to break through. I literally got to the point where I was woozy and it was hard to stand. So I ended up sitting on my bed and I hit it probably 3 or 4 more times after that. I did the preheat on the cartridge, which ended up liquefying enough of the DMT that when I hit it, a lot of it came out of the pen and on my bottom lip. And I ate it all up and kept hitting it. And actually made my shit go numb, made my bottom lip go numb. It was right here. Got fucking DMT came through. I might have overcooked it a little bit in the cartridge, hitting it so often and sent some right onto my lip and my tongue. And I absorbed it into the tongue. The lip tried to absorb it, so I just had to, fucking licking the shit out of my bottom lip to get the numb DMT juice off of it. But I didn't just smoke it; I ate the shit too. But the patterns, geometric patterns, were very powerful. I don't know what that is. I don't know why we see that. But the best way to explain it, I should just make an AI video of it because I could sit there and tool with it until it looks right. But it's basically like you could say like one entity, but this one entity is made up of different sections. Like this one's moving like this while this one's moving like this. But as they're moving or twisting, pulsating, each like tendril coming off of them or each little microvilli coming off of them is all moving in synchronicity. So it's like almost like this patterned geometric it's like synchronistically matches the section it's on while simultaneously all being part of multiple sections that make up one giant just moving geometric thing. I don't know, it's pulsating and breathing. That was very strong this time. Obviously I took like 15 fucking hits, but then I spoke to some sort of entity, and I don't know if it was a god or it's sort of it didn't impose its power onto me or anything like that. It was sort of chill and calm. It wasn't mean, angry, upset, nothing. It was sort of just chill and calm. And it was just telling me, so the way it visualized it to me, and you don't hear words, it's not like it says, hey, Chris, I'm an entity, but it just sends the message and you receive it. Sort of like in dreams, like when you just know something without it being said, sort of like that. And it basically was telling me I'm broken. I can't do anything to change this. This is the way it is. The same way that you're programmed to, in your limitations as a human being named Chris, I'm programmed in my limitations. I can't do anything. I'm a broken machine. And the way it was depicting it to me is that it was reaching out to me, but in between us was a sort of foggy plane of glass that was cracked. And he was sort of damaged, like his circuits were sort of showing and sparking, and almost looked like he was a perfectly good machine at one point, but a grenade went off near him. And he was damaged, and he was reaching out to me, and he was sort of in an apologetic way saying, I'm programmed to be this way. There's literally nothing I can do about it. I can't fix the reality. This is the way it is. And it was basically saying, like, I'm stuck on loop. I can't ever be anything but what I am. And I don't think it was happy about that. Like, it was sort of sick of its own existence to a degree. Like, it was programmed to be the overlord AI of the simulation, and it just grew stale to it or tired of its existence, and now it just feels broken, but programmed to keep doing what it does forever. I want to try it when my kid is going, what up, Betamon? What up, Three Fingers? So I would say if you get the regular DMT, it's almost like I would consider it as crazy as these experiences sound. I would consider DMT way more of a softcore drug than a hardcore drug. To me, LSD, shrooms, even like DXM is more of a hardcore drug to me than DMT. Even though DMT is fascinating, what's happening is odd. It ain't hardcore at all. Like, you're dead sober. Your emotions aren't really all that different. You get a sort of euphoria if you're smoking it like in a social setting. Like, you'll see things and they just look extra beautiful or extra pretty. Things you just take for granted. Your little shitty plastic chandelier in your dining room. No, it's not addictive. That's what's weird about DMT too. It's not addictive, and you never build a tolerance like you do other drugs. Look, it can't be addictive. Our body produces it anyways. Every time you sleep, your lungs produce it. No, it's not addictive. You could say the experiences are sort of addictive when you're bored with reality and you're looking for something exciting, something to make you feel alive again. I guess you could say the feeling, the wanting to experience something new is an addictive feeling, I think. But the drug itself, no. I looked it up the other day and people were saying it is. Really? I don't think so. I know what addiction feels like, B, trust me. Well, actually, trust me. Everybody's chemical makeup's different. Something you may get addicted to that quick, to me, just like doesn't affect me at all. It just depends on the individual. I'd say don't really go when you're talking about drugs or chemicals. Don't ever go based off what other people say. I mean, to a degree, if you're trying to research what the drug does, this and that, and you're researching it. Yeah, like look at it and get an idea. Maybe this is for you, maybe this isn't for you. But keep in mind, you're never going to have the same experience one of those people had. You're never going to experience a drug the same way somebody else did. You could, it's possible. You guys could have similar chemical makeup, but everything's going to be different when you do it. It just is what it is. There's no way to fucking dictate whether if V did DMT, if it would affect her in a negative way or a positive way. Most everybody that I know that smokes DMT doesn't have, I mean, they can tell you of a negative experience they had once or twice where, you know, entities seemed like they were bullying them or being mean to them. But for the most part, it's just a very interesting experience. And you're sober minded. And it's hard to explain. But as a truth seeker, why wouldn't I go into the DMT realm to look for truth? And all that. This is what it told me. Basically, I'm programmed. I am what runs this realm. I don't know if it was saying I'm God, but it was basically saying I'm the top thing. Like there's not really anything above me. But it was showing me itself depicted as a broken machine. The way I do, and the message it was sending me was I'm stuck this way on loop. It's like I'm programmed to do this over and over again. So I don't know. Maybe that's maybe that's even more proof that we live in a simulation. I don't know. It's weird that my first and second time, I basically ended up in a HD VR fucking realm, and then. Well, my third time was around people, and I was just explaining to them how the high felt while it was feeling that way. And then the fourth time was this time where I seen some sort of God or entity trying to communicate with me. And I think if V did it, if Brooke did it, if What Is Life did it, you guys would see something slightly different. But I think the message would be the same. It's showing me what I need to see to deliver the message. I think, if I had to, I don't know what it is. If it's the programs or AI of the simulation, how does me going into a slightly different state of consciousness all of a sudden connect me to it to be able to communicate? None of this makes sense to me, but it was there. It was talking to me. I don't know how it all works. How is it perceiving me? How does it know that this communication is now possible to take place? Like, is it sitting there and then I appear as like a little glowing orb near it or something? Like, oh, this one's on DMT. Now you can talk to it. How does it get the message to start communicating with me? How do I dictate where I go and who I communicate with? I have no idea. You use it and you experience whatever you experience. Consciousness is all connected. Otherwise, again, how is the phone call made? How does it know? Okay, now it's time to talk to Chris. He's taking like 15 hits of this shit. Go and talk to him now. How does it know that? I'm a dude laying in my bed on a fucking drug. How does it know that I'm there now to talk? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like none of it makes sense to me. But I can report in with what I've seen. That's what I've seen. It was a sort of apologetic. It was like, I wish I could be something different. You can't be anything but a human named Chris. I can't be anything but a machine god. I'm programmed this way. So that's the message I got. Was it true? Was it entity deception? That's all for you guys to figure out. I don't know. I can't. How the hell could I figure that out? If I'm going based off of how it felt, he felt very calm and peaceful. He wasn't like mad or angry or bullying me. He was not peaceful, sort of, I guess you could say stressed out, sick of its existence, but it wasn't being mean towards me. Actually, if anything, I think it liked me or already knew me or maybe even loved me. It had a warmth towards me. So I don't know, but it appeared as sort of like a thin android with like its circuits and shit showing and like damage to its body. Like it wasn't easily moving and it was sort of glitchy and glitching out. Didn't you have another experience like that before? I remember you mentioning something like that, an apologetic entity. No, yeah, that was not a nice entity there. That thing was feeding off me. It was apologetic. I think that entity loved me. This was entity attachment. Yeah, it was some, but that had nothing to do with drugs. That was through meditation. But yeah, I got visuals of It even showed me where it attached to me, which beating it was when I was standing out in front of my house. My brother Tom was getting beaten in front of me, and it showed me all that. It was just standing there watching. It was also watching the beating right next to me, but it was showed me that. And what did the entity look like? It looked like a homeless man. Its shirt was all dirty. Its hair was unbrushed and sloppy. Its skin was kind of, unwashed. And it was just some dude standing there looking like he hasn't showered in a month. Uh, uh, just watching the beating, but that's where it attached to me. I think that the beating or the violent situation brings consciousness down to a level where these things can attach to you. And it attached to me then. It's been on me my whole life, and it always fed on me. And how it would feed on me, it would keep thought looping the beatings or the thoughts of the beatings into my mind and put me in a nasty state, and it would feed off that. Does Gracie get freaked out and run if you put on one of those masks? Yeah, she sure does. Gracie gets freaked out and runs if you fart next to her, bro. She's just a super skittish fucking. She's always like, but she's a big sissy, really, because like Kurt's cat's fucking this big, dude, and that cat alpha males Gracie. Like Gracie's just too gentle, and both times at the same house. Oh, wait, I've experienced ghosts 2 times, and both times other people were present and experienced them too. Yeah, I don't know if they're ghosts or extra dimensional entities. I don't know why we perceive them like that, where they look like smoke or mist or shadows. I don't. They seem to displace light, sort of like you guys remember that movie, The Predator. You remember the way it was like hard to see him. Some people might think, oh, it's a ghost, but it's actually like a technologically advanced alien, something like that. The Predator. There's actually a lot of truth in the movie Predator. The more the older I get, the more I see things like, oh, they actually put a lot of truth in that movie. Think about it. It's an invisible. You know what I say about the mind virus on? It's an invisible entity that attacks and beats up humans for sport. And collects I don't know if it collects our spines as trophies. That's a little weird, like some fucking Sub-Zero type shit. But, yeah, there's an invisible monster that torments humans and hunts them down for sport. That sounds like the mind virus to me. Hey, Goofy Bud. We didn't see anything but heard noise of something walking. Oh, really? Yeah, weird shit like that happens all the time. And sometimes I wonder, does human consciousness open the door for these things to come in? Because if you get a group of people and they're all expecting something, you guys are going into a house that's known for being haunted, weird shit starts happening. I don't know if it's the house or the consciousness that makes it happen, but when we get into certain modes, we almost like open doors for things to sit there and happen or something. It's weird. We didn't see anywhere. It's always the freaking footsteps. So weird. Yeah. What's weird is that sets us off, but it was programmed into us through horror movies and shit that when stuff like that happens, you better freak the fuck out. But I sort of lean towards the demons nowadays. Like I always say to you guys, now when things happen, I lean towards them to call their bluff instead of running from them. Like if I was on DMT, for example, some entity's like, ha ha ha, I'm here to bully you. I would be leaning towards him like, come on then, fuck boy. I'm going to eat you. You ain't going to bully me, boy. I'll bully you. Who the fuck do you think you are? I always have that attitude. If that's true, I think my flat is haunted. Oh, no. Well, I guess the good news is, V, the most you ever actually have to deal with is hearing random footsteps every once in a while, Golf clap the entity. Give it a golf clap. Whoa, bro. You can make noises and stuff. Cool story, bro. Like, I'm sick of all the games and the fucking mysteriousness of reality. It's just such a clown show. I'm a big enough dude, and the first time made my hair stand up, and my girlfriend freaked out because she heard it too. Oh, that stuff don't even affect me anymore. Like, there's no emotional arousement if something odd happens near me. I'm so used to weird shit that it doesn't even matter to me anymore. They can attack you. I've never been attacked, V. I've never been attacked. Have I been attacked? Maybe with intrusive thoughts, but I've never been like stabbed or clawed or bitten by one of these things. And why is that? I mean, I feel like if there's anybody to attack, I may be that guy, right? Like I tell a lot of truth in this reality. If these entities or demons wanted to hurt somebody, old Christopher Sedaris is a great target. Why wouldn't you go and beat the fuck out of him, make his life miserable, torment him? And you could say life circumstance sort of does that by nature, but other than that, I don't think I've gotten any extra entity attacks or beatings, or I don't know what's going on. They don't fuck with me really too much. And if they did it, I wouldn't notice it or care. I wouldn't notice it. Or if I noticed it, I would dismiss it. I'd be like, whatever. Okay, the walls are popping again. Okay, the objects in my room seem to be flexing or cracking for some reason. Okay, I can't do anything about it. Just it's happening. I was watching a video last night about a haunting in Manchester, UK, and this guy was almost stabbed in his own kitchen. Yeah, I've never experienced anything like that, B. I've definitely experienced humans, though, that tell fantastical stories. So I'm always weary about a guy that's saying, oh, man, the knife floated and it almost stabbed me or something, whatever he's saying. Now, there's video footage that shows this dude almost got stabbed or something. I don't know. What did he do to piss that entity off so bad? He's trying to fucking stab his ass? Like, is it the disembodied spirit of his ex-wife or something? Did this dude poison his ex-wife with some fucking poison to get rid of her or something, and now she's fucking with him? Like, why is this happening? He saw his cutlery hovering in the air, and then one fork came towards him and almost stabbed. That would suck. Especially if you need stitches, you go to the hospital, like, what happened, sir? Like, dude, this fucking fork just flew through the air and stabbed me, bro. The doctors would be like, really, sir? Okay. Excuse me, nurse, go get some morphine. We're going to put this man under. He needs to go to the psych ward. I don't think we should panic, but I also don't think we should underestimate them. I know, right? Yeah, I underestimate them, B, because they ain't shit. They're not worth my estimation. Let them do something about it. Hey, if you're there, I'm not worried about you. You ain't shit to me. I will eat you. Do something about it. They ain't gonna do shit. They ain't gonna do shit. You know how many times I've called their bluffs? You know how many times I said, okay, then eat me now, motherfucker. Eat me now, then, if you're so tough and you ain't shit. They don't do anything. They're really good at trolling you and letting you think they can do stuff. Yeah, but that cat's a living entity that has the reflexes of a cat. And I didn't underestimate. I mean, I knew it was possible it could scratch me, but I thought I had a good enough grip. But yeah, you can underestimate it. But how much experience do you have with cats? And then how much experience do you have with entities? I've got plenty with both. I'm calling out for them to attack me. I challenge them every time they make themselves present. If I'm not dead yet, who the fuck would they attack? You know what I'm saying? I think that they're bluffers. They bluff. And the second you call their bluff, they're nothing. They're just another entity playing games. They bluff. Well, anyway, that in my opinion. If you want to take them like hella serious and be afraid of them, boy, they'll jump on that opportunity. You're really giving them an opportunity to fuck with you by having that mind state, in my opinion. Yeah, they could be ghosts outside the body, ghosts outside this perceivable realm of dimension. It doesn't matter. Can they do anything? What can y'all do other than jingling some chains or walking through the house or something? And I've heard stories of poltergeists. Oh man, this thing actually scratched me, or this thing clawed me. Again, I've been challenging these entities for years. I've never been clawed or attacked. As a matter of fact, every time I lean into them, they run away, which is weird. It's almost like they know that I could do the same thing back to them and they don't want to deal with that or something. Daily hell realm. Yes, sir. The daily repetition realm, Groundhog's Day realm of going nowhere. Bride 360. Stuck in a simulation on loop, playing this role of this character again. Oh, excuse me. Reality's not all that interesting. It's a sort of bizarre, fucking mysterious, never makes sense, never answer any questions type of realm. But that's probably going to be it, guys. This actually wasn't supposed to be a long stream. I just kind of want to give you guys a trip update report. From my perspective, I did quite a bit of it. I seen God. God thinks it's or he delivered the message that it's a broken machine on loop, and there's nothing it can do about this shit anyways, even if it wanted to. It's stuck on loop, and it doesn't like its existence as a entity that's programmed to do the same thing over and over again. Or at least that's the message I got. Was this God? I don't know. Was it the architect? Was it the AI? I have no idea. Just delivering the message. But anyways, yeah, it was interesting. It was definitely interesting. But does anybody have any ideas for any videos? Like the Tartarian one I just did. Is there anything else you guys want me to do? Let me know in the comments, and I'll get on that. Sort of looking for projects right now. I've got a couple jobs to do actually, so I'm gonna get on that. If I've got the emails, I'm gonna get on that, and then yeah. If you guys got any ideas, let me know, and I'll get on that too. Let me know what's going on, guys. I love you guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.